Welcome to session 7 of SQL Server Database Objects, which is introducing stored procedures. In this session, let's see our objectives. Explain how to define stored procedures. Explain system stored procedures. Describe custom stored procedures. And describe how to create Transact SQL stored procedures. Let's come to types of stored procedures. Stored procedures are codes made up of Transact SQL statements. These codes are stored in the database and are assigned the task of executing a set of operations or queries on the database server. Stored procedures accept values in the form of input parameters and return output values as defined by the output parameters. There are three types of stored procedures. They are user-defined stored procedures, extended stored procedures, and system stored procedures. We come to user-defined stored procedures. User-defined stored procedures are also known as custom stored procedures. These procedures are used for reusing Transact SQL statements for performing repetitive tasks. There are two types of user-defined stored procedures: the Transact SQL stored procedures and the Common Language Runtime stored procedures. Transact SQL stored procedures consist of Transact SQL statements, whereas the CLR stored procedures are based on .NET Framework CLR methods. Both the stored procedures can take and return user-defined parameters. We come to extended stored procedures. Extended stored procedures help SQL Server in interacting with the operating system. These procedures are carried out in the dynamic link library, that is DLL. The application interacting with SQL Server calls the DLL at runtime. The DLL is dynamically loaded and run by SQL Server. SQL Server allots space to run the extended stored procedures. We move on with system stored procedures. System stored procedures are commonly used for interacting with system tables and performing administrative tasks such as updating system tables. The system stored procedures are prefixed with SP underscore. These procedures are located in the resource database. These procedures can be seen in the SYS, that is sys schema, of every system and user-defined database. System stored procedures allow grant, deny, and revoke permissions. Types of system stored procedures. System stored procedures can be classified into different categories depending on the task they perform. Some of the important categories are catalog stored procedures, database mail stored procedures, database engine stored procedures, security stored procedures, and full text search stored procedures. We come to catalog stored procedures. All information about tables in the user database is stored in a set of tables called the system catalog. Information from the system catalog can be accessed using catalog procedures. Some of the commonly used catalog procedures are discussed below. The first is sp underscore tables. The sp underscore tables catalog stored procedure displays information about all the tables and views in the current database. The syntax is sp underscore tables, table name equals to name, or table owner equals to owner, or table qualifier equals to qualifier, or table type equals to type, where name specifies the name of the table used to view catalog information. Owner specifies the table owner. Qualifier specifies the name of the table qualifier. And type specifies the type of table. Types include table, system table, and view. We come to the next, that is sp underscore stored underscore procedures. The sp underscore stored underscore procedures catalog stored procedures display information about all the stored procedures in the current database. The syntax is sp underscore stored underscore procedures @sp underscore name, sp underscore owner, sp underscore qualifier, where name specifies the name of the procedure, schema specifies the schema to which the procedure belongs, and qualifier specifies the name of the procedure qualifier. We come to the next type, that is sp underscore pkeys. The sp underscore pkeys catalog stored procedures display the primary key information for a single table in the current database. The syntax is sp underscore pkeys @table name equals to name, @table owner equals to owner, @table qualifier equals to qualifier, where name specifies the name of the table, owner specifies the owner of the specified table, and qualifier specifies the database name. To display information about the primary key in a customer details table, the code would be execute sp underscore pkeys table name customer underscore details.